first time on my page, welcome. So today's video, I'm going to talk about more or less my experience here in the States as a Caribbean student. There's a lot going on this past few weeks. I mean, it's been going on, but there's a lot going on in the news and on social media regarding racism and people losing their lives because of their skin color. And I wanted to talk about it because I do believe as students we do go through it, and coming from a place, an island that is majority black, it can be kind of traumatizing to us if we've experienced it, or just even if we haven't even experienced it personally, but just seeing it in the news, it can have an effect on you mentally. Yeah, I really wanted to talk about that. I'm not saying that where I come from we don't deal with discrimination, but losing our lives based on our skin color is not something that we go through back home. Seeing what happened to George Floyd, many others, it's saddening. It's a lot. It's a lot. I personally refuse to look at the entire video because it's sad to watch somebody lose their life and people are recording it, and people are telling these police officers that the guy cannot breathe, and he's telling you that he cannot breathe, and still you continue to do this. And it did something to me. I had to take a break from social media because it was too much. I really, right now, I'm not following the news, not because I'm being ignorant, but to keep my mental state sane, I chose to take a break from it. And these things, like, they get to you. They get to you because, like, me coming from St. Martin, small island where majority of us are black, I'm not saying that racism and discrimination doesn't happen back home, but for us to lose our life just because of our skin color, it's scary. I can't speak for everybody, but it's something that we have to deal with. It's a reality that we have to face. I'm sure there are students that face it in Holland, probably not life threatening, but have dealt with verbal or looks, or people looking down on them because of their color. That experience is not physical. It has a toll on your mind. It plays a toll on your mental health. Coming from St. Martin and coming to the States or going to Holland, this is the reality that we have to face. That people basically see us based on our skin tone. I did have sort of an experience with racism. Coming to Tallahassee, most of the time I was around St. Martinez. I didn't really, so I was in this bubble. So my first experience with racism was I came from school and I went to the grocery store close to the house. So I came off the bus, I went to the grocery store. I was checking out, and there was a older couple in front of me, and in front of that couple there was a white guy. And this is when that was during elections, and the white guy asked the older black couple, more around their 50s, for late 40s, 50s, who did they vote for. And I'm not sure what their response was, but it wasn't no like a bad vibe when the question was asked. I don't remember what the black couple said, but they asked him, who did you vote for Trump? He said, of course I voted for Trump. The blacks need to go back to work. I was so appalled and shocked at the same time. It was like, this guy really said that out loud and he doesn't care. The cashier turned around and asked me, what did he say? I was lost for words. I was shocked because of his blatant boldness to just say what he wanted to say. When I left from there, my body had gotten so heated that someone would say that out loud, and that when people do see you, all they see is the color of your skin. So even like nowadays, whenever I'm in an area, I look around because it's like you never know when someone will just see you and just shoot you for no reason. And that is not healthy. That is not healthy. I know when I'm walking in St. Martin, when I'm in St. Martin, there's no, I don't feel threatened for my life. I mean, I don't go anywhere, first off, but I don't, if I'm walking on the street, I not once do I think, oh, someone is gonna do me bad. So these are the things that this is the reality that we live in, and it has an effect on our mental state. Seeing this constant news, I pray for us here in Tallahassee and those in Holland, because these are things that we face. These are things that we don't deal with back home. I especially think about the guys that are in the States, because black men are targeted. The justice system that they have here, that we have, it doesn't benefit us as black people. And I feel like racism is so engraved deeply that it's gonna be so hard for them or us to get out of it. I mean, and I'm in their country now, so but it's hard. It's so hard for you to come out of it. It's systematic. When I first came to the States, I'm being taught about the different classes, food desert, and those things that black people have to go through. And I didn't really grasp the concept until I moved down south. Basically, it's a food desert. We have Piggly Wiggly as our store. That's it. And we have all these fast food chains around us. There's nothing healthy. So it's like, how do you want us as black people to come up when we don't have the proper resource? But I think I digress, because Caribbean student perspective is really what I really wanted to talk about. It's our reality here. My prayers really goes out to the male students, both here in the States, Holland, not specifically Tallahassee, but all over, because it can easily be one of us. God forbid. I do pray for us. I pray that God covers us, women and men, specifically the guys, because black men are targets in the United States. Be careful while you're out there. I know this is not things that we deal with back home, and now we have to come in other people's country and our life is threatened. Do look out for one another. When something happened to one of us, it's like all of us goes through it. I'm not saying you have to befriend everyone, but the least we can do is keep each other in each other's prayer and actually mean it. It doesn't make sense for us to hold on to things. It doesn't make sense for us to be for whatever, because at the end of the day, this is their country and we just there for the education. So be safe out there. Honestly, be safe. Be safe, please. Hopefully this video will be able to, I don't know what it's gonna do, but thank you again for watching.